I'm Cedric Kojo. We talk about football, sport.
Welcome to Hybrid, powered by chinkseyMEDIA. We got Cedric Kojo. He's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Cedric. We made hard work of the second leg against Atletico Madrid, but the main thing is we got to the final. What do you think of the game, man?
Honestly, I'm just really happy we went to the final, and that's the final thing for me. I've never seen the Emirates that loud in my life. I feel like the fans were really there. I love the Tifu behind it, and I feel like it was like a celebration of the hard work of Arteta for the past 5 years, and a combination of his hard work. And I think we can win the double, which is great, the Premier League and the Champions League, and that would be an amazing thing for our fan base and for the team.
Who impressed you in that day, though? Because obviously in the first leg it was 1-1. I felt we controlled the first half without really going for it. And then obviously Atletico had a good spell in the beginning of the second half. They probably got a dressing down from their manager, Simeone. Obviously, I'm talking about Spain. And then I felt we ended the game really well. Unfortunate not to come away with a win, but we got the job done in the second leg. Who impressed you in the second leg?
I was impressed with Saka because the reason why I say that is anticipation of the goal was very good. I feel like the goal's kind of reminiscent of Jude Bellingham in 2024 when he used to get those tap-ins, I guess. His anticipation with the bubbles around near the box, he just put it in. And I like about how he scored the goal. And what impressed me as well is obviously the team played quite well. Atletico Madrid were a little bit more kind of trying to attack. And I don't know, Simeone was a little bit chippy, I guess, for at the end. I think obviously a little bit more animated and frustrated as he usually does on the pitch.
Yeah. And,
I feel like one thing I love about the game in itself is the fact everyone on the squad was bringing on together. We're on the bench, we're starting. They're actually in this together, even the fans. I think that's the most amazing moving part of the game.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, it's interesting you say that obviously it's the most animated and the most passionate that you've seen the Emirates Stadium ever.
Yeah.
How do you compare it to this stage last season when we obviously went out to PSG? I mean, that's one of the hardest defeats I've taken as an Arsenal fan in my life.
It really was. It really was. I think for me, it was really excruciating because I feel like those kinds of things were nearly there. And there were so many heartbreaks as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And we were going to get something there, but obviously it didn't happen. But I think this season is different. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like we have confidence in our fan base, which is really important. We know what they can bring with Raya, what he can do. He won the Golden Glove. We've got confidence with Declan Rice is improving from a 6 to an 8 and how his game is getting on better and better and better. And obviously, I feel like as a team we've gelled, we understand our roles, and that's the more important thing. I'm very hopeful that we can win something this season.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned obviously disappointing, games and periods. I think I've had two myself. I don't know about you this season, let alone other seasons. Obviously, losing in that final, and remember how I felt.
It really did.
Gutted. But when I saw the Man City fans all cheering, I was thinking, don't worry, we'll get you back in 2-3 months.
We will do.
We're almost there. And obviously the Southampton game, at the time I said it was unforgivable, just in the fact that we've effectively, us going out effectively handed the title to Man City, and I still stand by that.
Yeah.
But I've probably forgiven him now because we're into the Champions League final for only the second time in our history, and we're 2 games away from winning that elusive Premier League title that we haven't won for 22 whole years.
And honestly, that's what we want. That's what we're hoping for. And I think we will do it. I said it before, I think we'll win the league. I feel like right now we've got Burnley, we've got Crystal Palace, and those teams, obviously we're better than those teams, but it's very important to not be complacent.
Yeah.
And obviously complacency is the downfall, usually what happens the last couple of runs we've had in the last couple of seasons. And obviously looking at City's squad, the way Doku is playing, his form is immense.
He's improving.
He really is. And I feel like when there was interview with Wayne Rooney and stuff, when he was like, why are you not looking to score? And he's like, yeah, I'll just look to pass. But now he's actually taking on the criticism. He's actually putting in goals. And we know he can have a very good dribbling end product, but I feel like now it's improving. And Doku is a very dangerous player.
Do you know, I like Doku, just how his as a person. Like, he's just so subtle and just so humble and so respectful. And I think Man City, you've got a kind of a group. If you notice, the three of them stick together. You've got your Mark Gurhey, you've got your Antoine Semenyo, and you've got your Doku.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've got that kind of, you know, they're religious and they have their prayer before the game. They're obviously close. Gurhey and Semenyo started at the same time.
And I feel like camaraderie is very important.
Exactly, that's the word. Yeah.
And it is, because obviously if you get along quite well as a squad, it really can well to the players. Chemistry is a lot better. You understand the movements and how they go about their day, from the training ground to how their personalities. And that's how you win games. So very
And I
important.
think that's why I'm glad that it appears that Bukayo Saka and Victor Gyökeres look to have buried the hatchet. Because you can see now they're passing to each other, they're setting each other up. However, that wasn't the case probably a month or so ago.
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict or presume that Martin Odegaard, who's close with both of them for different reasons, has probably got them together and said, guys, look, we need you on the same page. Bukayo, you're our talisman. Victor, you're our goal getter. So we need you to be in tandem for the greater good of Arsenal.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously that's what captains should do.
Yeah.
I feel like trying to understand different perspective and have like a medium of understanding. Like, you know what, we're going for the same goal. And if you have like club success, then you have your own attribute success. So obviously as a striker, you want to score goals, but you're supposed to win for the team. And that's the way more important than your individual accolades.
Yeah. Who is your Arsenal 2026 player of the season?
For me,
We've got a few candidates there.
Yeah. I think for me, candidates for me, I'd say is Raya, Declan
Or
Rice.
rank them. David Raya, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, and...
Gyökeres, maybe, if you want to.
Throw him in there.
Throw him in, yeah. For me, I would say David Raya, number one.
Okay.
And the reason why I say David Raya is because he won the Golden Glove.
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
Which is a very, very impressive thing to do. Obviously, people say we've got the great centre-back pairings in the world, which is true. However, the shot-stopping that he does in the moment, even the game today against West Ham, that was a very immense save, because if we score, it trajectory the whole of our season. But he did that, and that's really impressive. So David Raya is number one. Without him, we would not be where we are at this moment. Going to the Champions League, going to the Premier League. So he's number one for me. Second for me is Gabriel.
Ooh.
Because I feel like the goals he scored with those set pieces, which rely heavily on set pieces, we can't do that without Gabriel. And I feel like he understands the way of like how we're going to score. He plays very well, and he's very important. Number 3 is Declan Rice. And the reason why he's very important is the set pieces. He usually takes the corners, and also he's very good. He improved his game in terms of driving forward in spaces. I'm sure maybe he's getting better in terms of like understanding space, when to drive and when to sit back, which is a nice thing to see. And number 4, William Saliba. Because of like pairing, I guess, the chemistry between Gabriel and himself is like really good.
Let me just chime in there.
Yeah.
I got 2 questions. Who is better, Saliba or Gabriel? And I got another one.
Yeah. That's tricky. 2 years ago, it's Saliba. Saliba was better in my eyes. However, I feel like Gabriel is better now, because his ball playing skills come a lot better. The reason why Saliba was better at that time is ball playing was one of his pivotal parts of his game. How he's very like under pressure when pressing, he's very good with distribution very well. However, like Saliba's, I don't know, I feel like Gabriel is just a better complete defender. I feel like his instincts are great, and he can header the ball, which is good, and he's very pivotal in our team. So I'd say Gabriel.
Okay, right. The next question is William Saliba underrated or overrated?
He's underrated for sure.
It's crazy, isn't it?
He is underrated.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't understand how much he's done for the team. He's a great ball playing centre back, and I feel like he's an unsung hero in our squad.
Yeah,
I would
definitely,
say so.
because of Gabriel's exploits from set pieces. I totally agree. We did play today, Cedric.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest 45. Well, Roy Keane said at half-time it was the biggest 45 minutes in Arteta's Arsenal tenure.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah,
Because that win, 1-0 against West Ham, has put us within touching distance of the unthinkable.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I think it's a good feeling. I was very nervous just watching the game. I feel like that game was very tough.
Yeah.
West Ham did not make it easy at all I feel like they actually played quite well. I think obviously playing against defenders like Wan-Bissaka and stuff, and it was really hard to break them down, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy for Declan Rice as well. His basically like his first club, I guess, as Chelsea didn't work out for him. West Ham gave an opportunity for him, and he was a little emotional to talk about the club that he really like grew up with. So, but it was a good game, I guess, to see our mentality and how we kind of became through the lie. It was like a psychological battle, in my opinion, and I feel like we did well today.
Had Arsenal not had won that game, would you have been confident that we could still win the league, or do you think it's probably looking ominous for Man City to go on and take another title away from Arteta?
Nah, I think even if we drew, I would still say we're going to win it. If we lost today, then yes, I would say City will win it. But I feel like the fact that we won or a draw would be okay, because I understand I've watched games where we weren't playing too well, but we actually got through the line. So I feel like this season will be different than it was the last couple of years. I think Arsenal will win the league.
But if that was the case, it would have been a draw. It would have been literally punch for punch goal difference type of thing.
Yeah.
Man City would have known what they need to do.
Yeah.
I believe they would have only been 1 goal behind us in terms of goal difference. So they would be going into that game at the Etihad against Crystal Palace on Wednesday knowing that they need to score goals. So had they have pumped Palace 3 or 4-0, maybe 5, would you be nervous going into Burnley on Monday?
Not really. I think I would say we just need to attack. That's the main thing. I think obviously it's going to be a goal difference thing. It's really important. So I would just say we need to attack. I think Burnley, for instance, isn't that much of a threat as they're going to be relegated. So I think at this point we just need to actually be attacking and stuff, because obviously defences is where our prowess lies. But I feel like we should utilise more of attacking creative players like Eze, Saka and Gyökeres. So that's the main important part in the final latter of the season.
Message to Arsenal skeptic John Obi Mikel. Here's your chance to retort.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I love his videos, to be honest. Obviously, his stuff on TikTok and stuff, and he is kind of like a funny character, I would say. But honestly, as an Arsenal fan, for me, I don't pay them no mind, because I understand when we win the Champions League, when we win the Premier League, I will talk whatever I talk. So no one can really tell me anything.
Common.
Exactly. I can't.
Bow!
Exactly. We've got to. I feel like we've got to be like silence is golden. Let's just wait until the end of the season. Then you can talk for sure, in my opinion.
There you go. You're listening, John. Yeah. Right. What league position will Fulham finish in?
I think they'll probably finish like 13th.
13th. Yeah, sounds about right. Although Crystal Palace traditionally finish 13th. They live there.
Oh. Fair enough, that's what they did.
Yeah, they got a reservation at number 13.
13, yeah.
Who will stay up, Tottenham Hotspur or West Ham United?
Oh, man. You know what, I just have to say Tottenham at this point, as an Arsenal fan. But statistically, probably Tottenham will stay. I think obviously the run-ins are a little bit easier for Tottenham now. But the fact that they won last match actually helps them a lot. Because if West Ham continue to have like run of form, they need to win the next game. But yeah, probably Tottenham will stay, unfortunately.
Start sub-sell, Gianluigi Donnarumma, David Raya, Alisson.
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably start Raya, bench Donnarumma, sell Alisson.
And I think Liverpool should probably sell Alisson. I think they need to move on from him because I believe he's 33, going on 34.
Yeah.
He's been injured a lot, and Mamardashvili looks an able deputy, and I think he's ready to take on the reins full time.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine with me, yeah.
Talk to the internet.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I'm Cedric Kojo. My Instagram is I'm Cedric Kojo. And yeah, talk about football, sports, music, I guess, current affairs, anything really. So yeah, just interesting.
Bow! Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like, hype, comment, share and subscribe. And most importantly, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. And be sure to check out these playlists for more amazing videos. Only on Hybrid. Powered by chinkseyMEDIA.